the disenfranchised. In poverty, you may still retain your innate nobility of soul, but in beggary, never, no one. For beggary, a man is not chased out of human society with a stick. He is swept out with a broom, so as to make it as humiliating as possible. Mameladov to Raskolnikov, Chapter 2, Crime and Punishment. In my extremely privileged childhood, my biggest stress came from deciding which dessert I was going to eat. Dad would say, "You eat your dessert daily. One suboptimal choice isn't going to lead you down the primrose path." Imagine if I was destitute. Abraham Maslow told us 80 years ago that human action takes its cue from a basic priority list. We need air, food, water, and sleep. To feel safe, housing and bombs not going off around us would be nice. Having the love of family, husband, or wife would take care of the third tier. In the fourth tier, esteem people's actions become indecipherable without the benefit of context. Judging the genesis would be intellectually dishonest. Roscoe, an impoverished ex-student in St. Petersburg, formulates a plan to kill his landlady and shrewd pawnbroker to free himself from the jaws of poverty. Being partially educated but fully compromised due to financial distress, Roscoe thinks he can steal his way out of his hopelessness. If you look at Maslow's hierarchy, you can't help but think his education worked against him in assessing that theft was never going to be the answer. His landlady kept debasing Roscoe at every chance by asking for property to pay back rent. The way she did it was so cruel. Roscoe, once young, proud man with hope, couldn't take it. So he probably thought he would kill two birds with one stone. 1. Erase the mean lady and debt owed. 2. Use stolen property to change his life and start anew. The guilt Roscoe feels is the punishment for his crime. He is educated enough to know that is a no-no. He wouldn't be able to move forward in life carrying the guilt. As his counterpart in Chapter 2, Mameladov describes his self-loathing during consumption to be a premonition for his actions of self-hate. Roscoe was about to perpetuate. Needless to say that heed isn't enough to prevent Roscoe's action dictated by his own hierarchy of needs. Examining the emotions of the disenfranchised will help melt away some of my
First of all, it's perpetrate.
Yeah.
So go back and read that sentence, perpetrate. So it's not enough. You have to look it up and then hit the speaker when you look up the word. So the choice of the word was good that you chose, but you have to hit the speaker icon so you learn how to pronounce the word, not just know what it means and how to use it, okay? It's perpetrate. So read that sentence now.
As his counterpart in Chapter 2, Mameladov describes his self-loathing during consumption to be a premonition for his actions of self-hate. Roscoe was about to
Perpetrate.
Perpetrate.
Atticus, can you say perpetrate?
Perpetrate.
Why can he say it better than you? He's
My
only
accent.
3. Can you say perpetrate? Yeah, but you were born in America.
Perpetrate.
My
Yeah.
spit, I mean.
Perpetrate.
Okay, good job. You said perpetrate. Great. Now you?
Perpetrate.
No. Read on.
Okay. Needless to say, that heat isn't enough to
And perpetrate.
Mm-hmm.
to prevent Roscoe's actions
Perpetrate.
actions dictated by his own hierarchy of needs.
And perpetrate.
Examining the emotions of the disenfranchised will help melt away some of my naivete respective of their emotional plight. Perhaps I can then begin
And perpetrate.
the process understanding how
And perpetrate.
the disenfranchised
Perpetrate.
become radicalized.
Perpetrate.
Good. So read that sentence again. It's naivete.
Naivety.
Aesthetically.
Naivete.
Naivete.
And
Good.
perpetrate.
Okay, say naivete.
And perpetrate.
Okay, good. All right, so Atticus, let JJ read the sentence without saying citrate. Go ahead.
Examining the emotions of the disenfranchised will help melt away some of my naivete respective of their emotional plight. Perhaps I can then begin the process understanding how the disenfranchised become the radicalized.